You can't pay back what you owe, even if you spend all his inheritance. So we're taking away your house as a repayment for your debt.
Mom!
Are they doctors?
Trouble busters!
Cody, rest in peace. I'll make sure I take great care of our sons. My name is Melanie. I just finished a funeral for my beloved husband, who passed away from illness. I'd like to cherish the love that he gave me more than the sorrow, as I swore to myself that I'll always have a positive attitude. However...
About the inheritance, you're fine if we keep them all, right?
Ma'am, we're in front of Cody, so we shouldn't...
I don't care about someone who doesn't exist in this world anymore.
More importantly, I need you to withdraw the funds that you kept for Cody.
I'm actually going to have to live as soundly as possible for my 2 sons.
That's not going to work. We need you to repay what you owe us.
What? Wait, what are you talking about? I don't recall either of us owing anything to you.
Do you know what this is?
It's an IOU.
Right. It proves that Cody owed us money.
He said to take his assets if anything were to happen to him.
Hold on a second. Cody never said anything about this.
Oh, but this signature belongs to Cody.
That signature looks very similar to Cody's handwriting.
Of course, it's Cody's handwriting.
Also, Cody owed us $300,000.
$300,000?
It says right here.
Ugh. I knew my husband, Cody, well enough that he wasn't the type of person who would owe anyone money. I figured this must be a mistake, so I borrowed the IOU to take it to an analysis. However... What? So, this really is my husband's writing?
We told you so.
All right, do you agree that this is real? Are you happy?
But $300K is a lot of money. I can't possibly repay that amount even if I were to spend all of his inheritance.
We don't mind if you pay us back every month. You just have to pay back what you owe us.
But then I'd have to do that as I raise my 2 sons. Even if the 2 of you would help me do that, it's...
You must be misunderstanding something. We're going to charge you rent if you plan on continuing to live here.
What?
Of course, you can't pay back what you owe even if you spend all his inheritance. So we're taking away your house as a repayment for your debt.
Thank you so much for everything.
We wouldn't have minded you living here if only you were willing to pay the rent.
I guess I have no choice but to do this if I need to repay a $300,000 debt. But then I'm not going to let it end this way. I'm not letting them get away with this. Trouble busters!
I'm glad my examination ended quickly.
But I'm not very happy about how our medical expenses are getting expensive recently. Oh, that's Melanie.
Honey, wasn't that Melanie?
Yes, I saw. She moved out of town 20 years ago, but I guess she's back.
I'm sure she's living as poorly as she always has.
Let's go tease her.
Melanie!
Oh, look who I'm running into. Long time no see.
How's everything right now? Are you guys doing well?
Yes, absolutely.
You're acting tough. I know you must be broke.
You're still repaying the debt that you owe us. Mom?
Huh?
Thanks for waiting. We're done with work now. Let's go home together.
Sure, maybe the 3 of us can enjoy hot pot today.
Yay!
Hold on a second.
Yes? Melanie, do you know those doctors?
What are you talking about? This is Caleb and Caden. They're my sons.
Caleb and Caden?
Are they doctors?
Both of them?
Oh, you guys have grown so much.
We're your grandparents. Long time no see. May I ask who you are?
Well, we're your grandmother and your grandfather.
Don't you guys remember us? I'm sorry, but not at all.
Well, you guys were still small, so I guess you don't remember who we are.
But then there hasn't been a single day when we forgot about the 2 of you. Okay.
We understand that it couldn't be helped, but we were so sad to part our ways from the 2 of you. But we're very happy to see you guys grow so much.
If you guys are doctors now, I'm sure you make a great income.
I'm sure fate brought us together today.
We can all support each other as a family and live together again. That's strange. We don't have any grandparents. What?
Oh, no, you must have forgotten us because you were still so young.
Well, Caleb and Caden were both only 7 years old back then.
Childhood memories can be quite vague. It can't be helped.
But the two of us remember you.
That's right. We would never forget our precious grandsons.
Okay, I see.
Look, don't you guys remember how we used to play in the backyard?
We played tag and hide and seek as you guys were smiling. Do you remember them? Not at all. Also, Dad was the one who used to play with us all the time.
Oh, you two must have forgotten. We remember it, though. We baked together, too.
Mom was the one who always baked for us, right? That's right. I don't think Grandma ever baked anything for us. That's because you guys must have altered your memories after being so sad to lose Cody.
That's right. We've always loved you guys so much.
We wished we could continue living with you guys, but your father had a large debt, so it couldn't be helped. It really couldn't be helped, and we ended up having to choose to live apart.
I'm sure you guys understand how we must have felt now that you're grown adults, right, Caleb?
I'm Caden.
Huh?
You said you've never forgotten us a single day, but you can't even tell the difference between us.
Oh, you guys are twins. Of course we'd mistake you guys.
That's right, you don't have to be so nitpicky. Well, we lived together for 7 years, and yet you still can't tell the difference between us. Are you sure you guys remembered us?
Of course.
You're Caleb and you're Caden, right? No, actually, I'm Caden. And I'm Caleb.
Huh?
Of course you guys didn't remember us. As expected, they never even called us by our names when we used to live together.
Well, we just made a small mistake there.
We truly love the two of you.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but my sons are aware of the entire truth.
We're the ones telling the truth.
What is it? Why are you making it sound as if we're telling a lie?
Look, Caleb, Caden, I'm not sure what Melanie told you guys, but we're the ones telling you the truth.
In that case, why is it that you guys never visited us a single time in these past 20 years?
Well,
You never even gave us a single phone call. You're lying, especially since it happened when we were little. We remember things clearly.
Oh.
The moment you realized that your grandsons became doctors, you're trying to switch sides, but it's already too late.
That's not true, is it? Blood is thicker than water.
That's right. No matter what happened in the past, we're still your grandparents.
Also, maybe you guys never realized it, but we've always supported you guys all along.
I see. Support, huh? That's right. We've supported you guys. Oh, that's strange. On our end, we only have bank statements that show how Mom has been supporting the two of you by repaying debt to you guys all along.
Aside from that, we've been personally handing cash to Melanie every month.
What? But I've never seen you a single time in the past 20 years.
That's because you don't remember it.
No, you've never supported us at all, both financially or emotionally.
That's why Mom worked so hard by working several part-time jobs the past 20 years to raise the two of us to this date.
The med school. We've been paying for your tuition when you were going to med school.
We earned a scholarship when we used to go to med school, so we never had to pay any tuition. Will you tell us how exactly it is that you paid for our tuition?
So, what would you like to do?
What are you asking?
You guys aren't our family anymore. If you're gonna continue bothering us, I won't hesitate to call the security or the police on you. Which one would you prefer?
Well, why would you say something like that?
We don't intend to do anything weird to you guys if you've been living at peace, right?
That's right. Since it's been 20 years, we just got too excited.
Let's go home, honey.
Okay, honey.
And then that was when
Melanie!
they walked into our house.
Dr. Caleb, Dr. Caden, come back over here.
Huh? No way!
I can take this house from you guys as a repayment of debt this time.
Just because you guys are doctors, I'm sure you can't repay the rest of the $100,000 debt.
Oh, but we're not that evil. If you do as we say, we can take back the claim that we filed with the court. I'm sure you'd be in trouble if we don't take it back, right?
Is that how far you've gone? I guess you guys are quite serious about this. That's right, we're quite serious about this.
If we think about it, it's a debt that's been carried on for over 20 years. Of course we'd want to put this to an end already.
I completely agree with you guys on that.
Right.
Since Caleb and Caden are both doctors.
And you get to live in such a nice house, and I'm sure you don't want to lose it all again.
You'd better convince us to take back the claim that we filed with the court.
You'd be in trouble, right?
We already know that you can't do that to us.
Oh? If no objection is filed against a payment order, a provisional execution declaration is issued, and you can proceed with compulsory enforcement if you make a claim. Don't you know that?
A payment order with a declaration of provisional execution serves as an enforceable title for compulsory execution.
Well, if the debtor has made even a partial payment, it is considered an acknowledgement of the debt, which makes it difficult for them to file an objection.
I guess you know well about it.
You know what to do then, right? Since I have the IOU, justice is on our side. Is that the IOU that you claim that Dad wrote? I see. So it's true.
Of course, your father signed this document.
If we end up with compulsory execution, your paychecks will be seized, and your workplace will find out that your assets got seized because of a debt.
And when that happens, don't even think about continuing your careers as doctors when trust is what matters most in your field. If you guys don't want that, you should part ways with Melanie to come to us instead, just so you can convince us to take back the payment order.
Well, if you're going to hate someone, you better hate your father, Cody.
Well then, we'll go ahead and file an objection.
What?
I say this because the IOU that you guys have in your hands is invalid.
What are you talking about? This is Cody's handwriting.
He signed this, and of course it's valid.
If you filed that petition with the court and had a payment order issued based on it, then this constitutes false accusation, doesn't it?
What do you mean by that?
After all, you knowingly submitted a false report or complaint with the intent of having someone subjected to criminal punishment or imprisonment. That's a criminal offense, punishable by imprisonment for not less than 3 months and up to 10 years.
It's not false, is it? We're only rightfully collecting the debt that you owe us.
And precisely because it is false, it also constitutes defamation of credit and obstruction of business.
What?
By spreading false information or using deceptive means to damage someone's reputation or interfere with their business operations, you're now looking at up to 3 years of imprisonment or a fine of up to $5,000.
That can't be true. We're not lying about anything.
Yes, you are. If that IOU is invalid, it means that we don't owe you anything.
We told you that it's valid.
This is valid. It's absolutely valid. We already know the truth.
What?
The hospital that we work at is the hospital Dad was staying at before his passing. Did you forget?
So what if it was the hospital that Cody was staying at?
If it's a medical record from the hospital where the doctor works, they are allowed to access it freely. This means that they have access to take a look at Cody's medical records too.
So what if that was true? So, the reason we returned to Trubba's General Hospital, where he was hospitalized before his passing, was to check the medical records and confirm whether he was mentally competent at the time.
Mentally competent?
Mentally competent? Are you talking about the IOU?
It seems like you guys are finally getting it. According to Caleb and Caden, both practicing physicians who reviewed the medical records, my husband Cody was deemed to have lacked mental competence at the time.
That can't be true. He was able to have a normal conversation.
Dad seemed so whenever we were around.
But when you guys were around, he wasn't that way, was he?
My husband didn't want to make us worry about anything, so he's been trying his best to hide the fact that he wasn't mentally competent any longer.
I spoke to his physician from back then, and he told us that Dad asked him not to tell us about it.
And you guys stepped all over Dad's feelings to take advantage of the fact. Do you really consider yourselves warm-blooded humans after what you've done?
So say whatever you want. It's still indeed what he signed for, so I'm sure it's valid.
Legally speaking, any contract signed by someone who's not mentally capable is invalid.
This means that Mom had no obligation to repay the debt that he owed. You guys must have told unnecessary things to Melanie.
How dare you?
You guys are still misunderstanding something. I decided to further look into the IOU because I found a letter from my husband from an old album that I happened to take a look at.
A letter?
And here's what he wrote in that letter.
My mother made me sign an IOU. I never borrowed money from Mom, though. She said that she'll support Melanie using that money, so I guess it's fine.
After reading that letter, I realized that my husband must have lacked the mental capability to make such a decision. However, because my husband trusted the two of you, we wanted to trust you until the very end, too.
But you guys never cared to apologize nor to reflect back on yourselves. And that's why we made up our minds.
We decided to punish you for what you've done.
Punish? What are you talking about?
We never did anything wrong.
Caleb? Caden?
Okay. Coercing someone who lacks mental capacity into signing a promissory note in order to obtain money constitutes fraud. And since fraud is punishable by up to 10 years in prison, are you prepared for that?
Fraud? Oh, what the heck? It's already been 20 years since then, so I'm sure the statute of limitations is up.
That's right. Even if we've deceived Cody to make him sign this, it's already too late.
Actually, the statute of limitations has not been up yet.
What?
It was the day I reunited with you that you officially determined my father lacked mental competence.
In civil law, the statute of limitations for fraud is 20 years.
Furthermore, there is a 3-year limitation period for seeking damages from the time the victim becomes aware of the perpetrator, meaning the statute of limitations has not expired.
As for criminal liability, the statute of limitations is 7 years from the completion of the fraudulent act, so this too has not yet expired.
Oh, don't tell me, Melanie, that you've been repaying the debt for the past 20 years despite being skeptical about this. Was because...
Yes, I wanted to be able to make you criminally liable for this anytime.
You don't have any evidence once the IOU is gone, do you?
I knew you would say that, and that's why I made sure I made direct deposits.
Oh!
We have a record of how Mom has been paying you guys every month by direct deposit for the past 20 years. You're not getting away with this at this point.
Damn it. I can't believe that we were the ones being fooled.
This is fraud. I'm going to make you compensate for this.
Compensate? If there's someone who has to compensate for anything, it would be you guys.
No! If Caleb and Caden aren't going to live with us, I'm going to make you compensate for this mental distress.
That's right, as soon as possible. You want to get paid as soon as possible, huh? Sounds like you urgently need cash.
Is that how badly you need to repay your debt today?
What?
How did you know that?
Mr. Aiden!
I've been worried about you guys since you never showed up at my office.
Why are you here?
Did you forget that we work at the hospital that you guys regularly visit?
You shouldn't underestimate how much information doctors can gather.
Were you guys the ones who told me that we're here?
How dare you?
Anyway, are you guys ready to pay me back the $75,000 that you owe me?
$75,000? Why did you guys have to borrow so much? I mean, we'd get paid by you every month, and since we have grandchildren who became doctors...
We're sorry, Mr. Aiden. Will you please collect the debt from our co-signer instead of from us? Are you saying that you can't pay me back? Huh? In that case, the co-signer is someone named Melanie.
I never signed anything.
Of course, I never saw you when I was getting the loan agreement signed. Which means the person who signed on behalf of Mom must have been fake.
No! My son told us to use his wife's name in case we ever needed a co-signer.
That's right. We're not at fault. They must have made my father say that when he wasn't mentally capable of making such a decision, so it's not valid. We say this from a medical perspective as doctors. In that case, it's not right for me to collect it from the co-signer, is it?
No, that's not okay.
Hey, Caleb, Caden, your grandparents are in trouble. You need to help us. You never cared to help us when we were in trouble, but you're asking us to help you, huh? Who would ever help you in this situation?
You guys have grown up to become wonderful doctors thanks to the wonderful DNA that you got from us, right?
You guys know that we're your biologically related family members, right? We only consider Mom, who always supported us through tough times, and Dad, who's in heaven, as our only family members. Even if you're biologically related, or if we have the same DNA, you guys aren't our family.
Cody would never say that if he were still alive.
That's right. Cody would have never neglected to help us.
This is what Cody would have said. What?
Do you get it? Dad says that if the two of you have done anything wrong, he leaves it up to the three of us. And we'll do as Dad says.
And that's why we will never help you guys.
This is the rage we've held for 20 years. Brace yourself.
Why?
Why is this happening to us?
The police arrived later and arrested my mother-in-law and father-in-law, who were subsequently sentenced to prison for fraud and various other crimes. We filed a civil claim for $300,000 in damages, and they were successfully taken behind bars. To ensure they don't flee, representatives from consumer finance companies visit them almost monthly. Although a bright future likely does not await them after their release, my sons and I finally felt a sense of relief knowing that everything was settled, and we could convey this to my husband's grave. And as for our family after that...
We should go on a family trip during the long weekend that's coming up. Sounds great! How about we all go camping?
What a great idea! Are you watching us, Cody? The two of them have grown so much.
Trouble Busters!